What's up, everybody? Time for your NBA Finals 2017 predictions. We made it all the way here, man. I think it started with Casey and I, and we done grown. We done grown out here. We done grown. And it started with Casey and I. Then Kai came in. Then Andrew came in. Andrew's back. He's from football season. So back in the day, back in the football season era, you know, he was there. He was there for the Renaissance, I guess. Now we're here with our NBA predictions. I think did we do NCAA predictions? I don't remember. Did we? Casey, do you remember?
We were going to, but then we never did.
Darn it! I was about to say we were on a roll. Dang on it. We ain't on a roll. We ain't. We still.
All I gotta say to that is Tar.
Right? I know. That's how I was feeling. I freaking actually picked a bracket this year, and I was hyped. I was like, okay. They got their redemption, I guess you could say. So that was good. But
yeah, redemption. They cheated.
How? They won all the games. like that's how it works. You win all the games, and then you win the title. That's how. I mean, that's really how it works. Like literally.
They still trash.
They're the champions, though. How you gonna say they trash when they're the champions? Like that ain't how it works. That's not how it works. Like
Cavaliers won championship Cavaliers won last year. I mean, they still got the Warriors as the dominant team. So I still think that me personally, Gonzaga's still better than Carolina.
I think if you look at the last 2 years of college basketball, Carolina has been the most dominant team. Both years. Whether it be defensively, whether it be in the paint, whether it be scoring threes, I think Carolina was the most all around.
I'd even say turnovers and fouls. Theo Pinson, he's been leading the league out here.
Yeah, he's the.
I hate Carolina.
Carolina probably doesn't even make it to the Sweet 16.
All right.
I can't talk.
Let's just jump into the whole shebang, okay? Because this is gonna be really short. It's gonna be really short, so we might as well jump into the whole thing. Thoughts on the whole playoffs. Then we'll give our predictions for the finals. We gonna build up to it like a drum roll. I can't drum roll, so I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm like trying to play the something. Anyway, we gonna build up to it. Andrew, what were your thoughts on the playoffs as a whole and how we got to where we got?
I think the playoffs went as expected. I think that the whole NBA season this year was kind of a waste of time. I think in October when we all started, we knew we'd get back to this pivotal series to see who was the best. And one thing that I will note and that I noticed a lot was just how bad the Raptors are in the playoffs. They're so good in the regular season. I mean, top 3 in the East probably the last 4 years. And then DeMar DeRozan can't hit more than 2 shots every game.
He got double team.
But, and I also I was very, very upset when the Bucks lost to them because they're a very energetic team, and I think they're a team on the rise. I like seeing them in the playoffs this year.
Yeah. I agree with that. I agree with that too because I was cheering for the Bucks. My boy Giannis Antetokounmpo Mutombo, I love him. Love that man. He's my favorite player of all time. I really do though. Like, yeah, never know his name ever. Like people gonna say it. Like
that's disrespect right there.
I don't. I can't say it. I can't pronounce it. Have you seen how many letters are in that? It's too many consonants out here. Come on. Anyway,
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, that. I was upset about that too, Andrew. I was like, bro, like y'all should have won that. Y'all should have won the series. Y'all may be upset. I was highly upset about that. I'm not gonna lie, because I thought it would have been a good matchup with them in Cleveland.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Okay. Okay.
But Andrew, you got any additional thoughts?
No, I wish that Isaiah Thomas would not have gotten hurt because I feel like a lot of people are going to credit that to the Cavs and their performance. But, Cleveland should be going into 16-0. They blew a 20-point lead in is either game 3 or game 4. Very, very disheartening moment as a Cavs fan, but that's probably it. All in all, it was pretty boring playoffs. You know, the Western Conference Finals was like high school versus NBA. I think the Spurs should have deferred, even though they won, to the Rockets just because of how hurt they were. They shouldn't even wasted their time. But yeah, that's what I thought.
All right. Casey, any overall thoughts besides the Bulls? They coming back. You know, they still got a chance to come back, and they're gonna win. But you know,
it was robbery. It was, but they still in that investigational period that they gonna overturn it. The Bulls coming in, we gonna win it all. You watch, it's gonna happen. Yes, it's gonna happen. Yeah.
Kai.
Well, I got a couple things to say. I take my, the statement I made a couple weeks ago that the West is stronger than the East. Not true. As you can see, the Warriors just blew out their competition 16-0. So I can't really say they're better or more dominant than the East. Second thing is, in Stephen A. Smith's words, in his exact words, were you surprised that we got to this point? Just like Andrew said, it was a waste of time. The whole season was a waste. And to that Raptors statement in the Bucks, I would like to see the Bucks, play the Cavs, but let's be serious. I just think the Cavaliers are too good for anybody, Even the Celtics, I knew they weren't going to win,
Bruh, you
Game 7.
When they blew that what was it, 23, 24, whatever point lead they blew against, who was it at the end of the season? Was it Celtics? If I'm not mistaken, or somebody like that.
No, the Hawks.
Kai, this was your word specifically. This was you saying they're gonna lose in the first round. The Cavaliers. You said these words. I heard it. Well, I read it. It was a text.
but I mean, let's be real. Most people would feel the same way. I mean, you supposed to be dominant. I didn't expect them to blow something like that. Most fans thought the same. Go on their blog back in when was that last game? Well, yeah, go back to that blog. Most of the fans were saying that, but yeah. I mean, honestly, I was kind of upset. I mean, you lose to the Hawks. I mean, but it's not the playoffs. I know LeBron turns it up in the playoffs. So my thoughts were, they got where I thought they're going to be. So,
but real quick, what happened to the Sixers though? Oh, wait, they playoffs. Sorry, forgot.
Oh, you know what's funny about not making the playoffs? When you get into the playoffs and you lose in the first round, isn't that basically the same thing? What team did that though? What team did that? The Bulls? Oh yeah, I forgot.
I mean,
okay.
Y'all didn't even.
Y'all made it, but y'all still got the same percentage of a chance of winning that we do.
Hey DJ,
no.
in Casey's defense, y'all have had like 3 first picks in a row, and y'all still hadn't done nothing.
I don't think we actually had. We had like one actual number 1 pick.
Well, in DJ's defense, he's on that 16-year rebuilding process. They on the 17th year of the 16-year rebuilding process. So
you know, Casey. I remember. I do. I remember when y'all signed Dwayne Wade, and y'all signed all these people. Y'all got rid of Derrick Rose. I was like, we gonna do something. Then y'all lost in the first round. I remember that.
I mean, but we made it.
Let's add to the fact they had a 2-0 series lead.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. They did. That is true.
They won 2 straight in Boston and came back and lost 4 in a row.
That's why I think it's somewhat rigged, but
but we made it to the point where we could lose those games. Sixers didn't even make it.
I mean, that's true, but I think that the key aspect is what percentage y'all got now and what percentage we got now. It's all the same.
Let's not let all this details distract us from the fact Golden State blew a 3-1 lead last year.
True. That's the most important thing. Golden State, they blew the 3-1 lead, and then the Cleveland Indians, they did the same thing. Anyway, we not gonna mention.
Wait, I gotta say that. What was that? What was that on Snapchat? What was that?
I said Golden State blew the 3-1 lead, and then the Cleveland Indians, they came out and they blew the 3-1 lead.
Wait, who did that again? What was that team?
The Cleveland Indians from Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay. I want to make sure that I got that all right. Yeah.
Okay. You make sure it's clear. You know, I got you. Overall, my thoughts. I thought the playoffs kind of sucked. To be honest, I kind of was distant from the playoffs. You know,
what'd you expect?
You really couple of games. I just didn't think it was that great. Like it wasn't like terribly competitive. Like we knew who the top teams were, and even in the West, like it may be stronger, but they're still like it's still like what 2 teams, like four teams maybe to the East 2 teams. So I don't. Anyway, it kind of. I'm not gonna be honest. It kind of sucked. And I'm glad we're here because this is what I care about, the finals. So
we got another 2-3 more years for this, same teams.
You know, I mean, but at least it's been, you know, it's been built up well. You know, I like it. I like the build up of it. I do.
Did you like the storyline? You like the feud?
You know, I like the storyline. I do. You know, the redemption versus the can I get another ring? The redemption versus the can I get another ring? You know, like I like that. It's kind of can I get another ring on both sides. But I got a quick question for everybody. Everybody, open discussion. If the Warriors lose, is it a bust for the Warriors? I mean, I need to know the thoughts of the people.
If the Warriors lose, KD ship it going to Washington. That's where he should have went this past year. That's his hometown. You know, I think the Warriors kind of gave him that glimpse of hope at a ring. But once LeBron finally shows him that, hey, you know, you're not going to get one while I'm in my prime, he's going to go home and win some games for his hometown. He still probably won't win a ring.
Kai, you
I mean, you know.
Do you think is it when I go home? But is it a bust if they don't win?
I'm not gonna say it's a bust because they lost a couple and I thought it was a bust, but really at the end of the day, it's not really a bust. It's just 2 great teams, so it's not gonna be a bust. It's not like they're losing to the Raptors or the Celtics. So yeah.
Casey, you have any thoughts?
So I can't really say it's a bust. Otherwise,
no.
Cassie.
I say my name. My name is Casey. It's not Cassie. It's not Casey. It's Cassie. All right.
Let's call him Case.
I said this. I think I said this last week or the week before, but at the end of this series, we all lose because we all get to deal with the little kids with either the Steph Curry jerseys running around or the LeBron jerseys running around. We all lose. So I don't even care. I don't care anymore.
Okay. I don't necessarily think it's like a bust. I think in their minds, obviously being competitive and wanting to win the ring, it's gonna be. I feel like KD might be a little let down. Like I know he says it's not all about rings, but it is. That's why that's why players move teams nowadays, because they don't want to be the Charles Barkley of nowadays. They just don't like the guy that was a great player but gets no credit. So just because of the rings he won or the lack of rings he won, I mean by that. But anyway,
do you think he stays?
It's going. I mean,
what?
Do you think he stays in Golden State if they lose?
Yeah, I do.
I think he will.
You know why he won't go to Washington? Because he don't want to face LeBron, before he hits the finals. He wants to face him in the finals. He's trying to avoid him as long as he can. If he goes to Washington, he's got to play him every year.
Yeah. He gonna trick us all and go back to OKC. He gonna trick us all and go back to OKC. What happened?
He might.
Let's just we need to take a second and just recognize how great of a year Westbrook had without him.
True.
Leaving that team and almost making them a lottery team to Westbrook single-handedly putting them – they were either the 6 or 7 seed, I can't remember. most triple doubles in a season. You know, it showed people that KD was a big part of that team, but it was Russ's team all. In my opinion, it was Russ's team all. But
yeah, I agree. And I think he had one of the greatest seasons. Like I feel like people try to take away, like, I guess because the team didn't win as much as they could have, or I mean, I think they won as much as they could have with that team. So, like, I feel like they try to take away the MVP from him just because. And I'm like, bro, he broke a record that's been standing for a long time. You can't. I think it was over 50 years, if I'm not mistaken. But like you can't. If you break a record, you probably deserve MVP, especially a record that you have to play consistently every single game to even break that record. But anyway,
plus Harden can't play deep.
You know, true. But
he's one-dimensional.
Well, I got argued to the death that Harden turned up his defense, and that's why he deserved to be MVP. But anyway,
chill.
But that wasn't my argument. It was the person that was arguing against him.
You know, let's not go there.
Watch it basketball.
He just said he turned it up.
But NBA 2017 finals predictions. You got the Golden State Warriors, and you got the Cleveland Cavaliers. And there has been like a big can both of these teams take it? Will somebody trip them up? That whole thing has been going on throughout the whole entire year. But we're here, Golden State, Cleveland, once again. I don't expect Cleveland to go down 3-1 again. I'll tell you that. That won't happen again. They won't. LeBron won't allow it to happen. I feel like like a lot of people try to say that LeBron doesn't have like a switch. Like he doesn't have like when comparing him to Jordan, he doesn't have like a killer instinct. But let's not act like LeBron can't turn on a switch and take over a game though, because he can. And I feel like that's a similar thing and the same thing in the same. But
best player in the league.
I'm going with Cleveland.
Yes.
In a 7.
Okay.
Again. Okay.
This is tough, man. You put me on the spot. This is a long shot, but Cavs in 6.
Casey, are you going with the Bulls in 2?
Well, first of all, DJ, look at the 6-pack chat. You're gonna enjoy that. I'm gonna go with the Bulls in 1. That's what I don't even care. I'm not picking this game. I don't care. Either way, I lose.
You don't like Steph? You want to see Steph do Steph?
Nah. This is essentially, for me, if I could compare to the NFL, this is like if the Patriots played the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, true.
This is essentially that game right now.
Why not the Browns? I mean, hey, you don't leave them out.
But the Browns, they've won like 1 game, so like.
Hey, the best team.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. They got that one.
I mean, well, in that case, that means Sixers are the best team too.
No,
we coming back.
Bro, okay, I like the Sixers. I'm not gonna lie, but I was kind of upset when they signed that coach to an 8-year contract. That was the biggest mistake in the NBA history. That was the biggest mistake in NBA history.
Right. You gotta give him a chance to run with some talent first before you say, "Oh, let's fire him." That's why freaking they couldn't get any consistency before. Look at the Browns. It's the same scenario. The Browns can't keep a head coach, and that's why they can't find themselves, because they can't keep a head coach. So they can't build a philosophy. They can't build a team around 8,000 head coaches and 12 quarterbacks. And that was a guess.
But you know how to fix that though? Get a great coach that will attract players to play there.
How do you know that Brent Brown can't be a great coach? You don't know until you give him a chance with some actual talent.
He had like what he has Ben Simmons that got hurt. He got
okay, he got hurt. Did Brent Brown go in with a hammer and break his legs? Like
what was up with him? What was up with Embiid?
How's that coaching?
Embiid did good. Embiid did good, but what was he at half the season? He was hurt. Get rid of him.
They shut him down because they want to play for the next season.
Don't get rid of. Let Simmons get healthy. Let them get a couple more picks. They've got some international players coming over. Philly's going to be right.
Aren't you a Magic fan?
But in that case, look at
I think that's what we're sleeping on. Aren't you a Magic fan?
Look at Jason Kidd though. Look what he's doing with the Bucks. He turned that program. No, I mean, yeah, Orlando sucks. They're irrelevant. Yeah, they're irrelevant. They are.
I mean, at least the Sixers got a process. They at least got a hashtag. They on it.
Hey, y'all right there with us. Shoot.
No, we better.
That case.
But if we're gonna talk about the Magic, we should say that they did just hire that GM from Golden State.
Yeah.
So he might come in and mix some things up, and he might do well. But regardless, I think the NBA, the way it's structured now, and probably for the next 3, 4, maybe even 5 years, we have our top contenders, your Spurs, your Cavs, your Celtics. Now, mind you, this statement is false for the Celtics because of how genius Danny Ainge is and how many draft picks that he's acquired from the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, they have to be shaking their head right now.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Like, they are the number 1 seed and have the number 1 pick.
I think the league, the way it's set up now, we're going to see the same teams in the bottom. I think it is a rebuild. I think it's a full league rebuild, though. So I don't see anybody to make any major changes in the offseason, but we'll see.
Okay. In other words, in the East, when LeBron retires, anyone has a chance, basically.
Exactly. But on to my prediction, I'm gonna say Cavs. Cavs in 6.
Yes.
I would take them Cavs in 5, but I don't want, just for me, because I'm a Cavs fan. I went to my first game at the Q this year. I don't want them to win another finals on the road.
I know. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I think that it would mean even more to them if they could win at home than that first title did last year. Yeah. That title was monumental for the city of Cleveland because they hadn't won in so long. But I can only imagine how much it would have meant if they could have done it in Cleveland. So that's why I'm going to go Cavs in 6. I think that there's going to be a bunch of road wins. I don't know that home court advantage is a thing in these NBA finals. I think that they'll probably go 1-1 apiece in these first 4 games at home and on the road, and then Cleveland will win 5 and 6.
You make a good point because if you think about it, the first finals was it like 2015, 14? The first year they got together, the Big Three in Cleveland.
Yeah, 15.
Okay, yeah. If you think about it, they could be 2-0 because they won 2 games without Kevin Love and Kyrie.
Yeah.
And that's just one. LeBron did most of that. Now, last year was the first year they're healthy.
Look,
and just imagine this year.
LeBron had an MVP performance. You know, DJ being a 76ers fan, he's probably going to think that Iguodala deserved the MVP. But, LeBron was the MVP of those finals. Without LeBron, it would have been a sweep. He single-handedly won those 2 games. And like you said, with a healthy team in 2015, I feel like Cleveland wins that series in 5.
Hey, yeah, you made another good point. That just shows LeBron's greatness. Iguodala won MVP. Who was he guarding the whole time? LeBron. Kawhi Leonard won MVP back in 13, 14. He was guarding LeBron. That just shows LeBron's greatness and respect for the game.
Yeah.
So,
I talked to some people today, and I think we've all came to the conclusion there's either going to be 2 types of games in these finals. It's going to be what we've been used to seeing, the blowouts.
Yeah.
Or it's going to be a nail-biter to the end. There isn't going to be easy wins it's going to be nail-biters or blowouts. I'm hoping for nail-biters because I don't know about y'all, but I don't like seeing 30-point wins. I think it's bad for basketball, you know.
Yeah.
I hope for more closer games, you know. I think Golden State is actually going to come in tomorrow night a little bit cocky because they've won 16 in a row. And I think that Cleveland's hunger and desire to just show them up will probably allow them to win game 1 tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's my thoughts on the finals. Cavs and Suns.
Okay.
Well, that was your – did my microphone go out again?
Yeah. Casey's on mute. He got nothing to say. He really hates the finals. Okay. Hey, I like you. I like you still representing though. I have respect. I got respect for that. DJ, I got respect. Y'all still representing your team. I respect that.
We come back.
I can't wear my Magic hat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You know, you gotta trust the process, no matter how long it takes. But that was your NBA Finals 2017 prediction. Apologies for the technical difficulties. I don't even know. Like, I didn't unplug it. Anyway, I don't know. It always happens. It's probably my computer. My computer and Google Plus, you know, it's a combination of the two. GG to both of them. Anyway.
You just need a new computer. That's all that is.
It's true. You want to buy one? Can somebody invest in a new computer for me? I need one.
Set up a GoFundMe.
I'm going to set up a GoFundMe. But we hope you guys enjoyed. We did. We did it back then too. We still do. But we'll see you guys next time. I don't know what the next video, this version of us, will be doing. Probably NFL predictions more than likely. I don't know what other sports we could do. NFL, Baltimore Coach Show. Season 2, baby. There might be some other teams in there. I don't know yet. But we'll figure it out. But the Baltimore Coach Show, Season 2, revamped or something. We'll figure out something. We'll see you guys for that. Subscribe to the channel. Do that. Comment. Follow us on ICW_podcast. We'll see you guys next time for your predictions of some other sport.